5 games that deserved a sequel but never got one, part 2. Yeah, guys, I know that I'm super late making this video, but I've been working on other videos and collaborations and, of course, my personal life. But without further ado, here we go. Number 1 is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, and I'm pretty sure that all of you knew this one was coming because I don't think in the past decade or so there's been more of a demand for at least an HD remaster of a video game than Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. And also, like I mentioned in my last video regarding remakes and sequels and spin-offs, there's not really much that you have to do for the sequel for Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Once again, just update the graphics, revamp, tweak the gameplay system a little bit, and there's more than enough Mortal Kombat lore to go by to make the story mode compelling, especially with this Mortal Kombat time jump and the alternate timeline that they just made up. So yes, a sequel to Shaolin Monks. It's been, what, 15, 16 years in the making? Make it happen. Number 2 is Blitz The League. We need a Blitz The League 3 because this game had a cult following. And guess what? I'm probably part of that cult because I was a fan of the original NFL Blitz series that came out back in the 90s when they had the NFL license. But now that Midway is kind of a defunct company and NFL holds the license to the majority of football games, like, a lot of us fans have been hungry for another Blitz game. And if you ask me personally, I think that a Blitz sequel is necessary now more than ever because, let's face it, we're all video game fans and we're all football fans. And we'd all be lying to ourselves if we didn't say that the Madden series for the past decade or so hasn't been just a little bit stale. So why not give the NFL license and Madden a little run for its money by bringing a series like this back? Number 3, Heavenly Sword. Now, just a spoiler alert for everybody who didn't play the original, the main character, Naruto, actually dies at the end of it. But this game, as far as the gameplay, was like if Assassin's Creed had a baby with God of War. And yes, the main character dies at the end, but guess what? It's called Heavenly Sword. The mantle could have been passed down from one character to another. You could have had it 50 years, 100 years, 200 years into the future where another warrior from another tribe finds the Heavenly Sword and matches it on their own. Or hell, if you really wanted to be lazy about it, you could have done a video game prequel called Journey to the Heavenly Sword, where Naruto goes through the trials to try to find it. But yes, a Heavenly Sword spin-off or sequel, make it happen. Number 4, Turok. Do I really need to say it? It's been 20 plus years and we don't have a Turok sequel. And I know a lot of people are like, well, that was just a game for the times. It wouldn't work with modern day gaming. You never know unless you try. And it's not like this series doesn't have all the fan support in the world behind it. And can you just imagine what a Turok game would be like with the updated graphics? Amazing and mind-blowing. And last but not least, a Primal Fury sequel or remake. Now, for the last 2 decades or so, the fighting game industry has been dominated by the big 3, and we know which ones those are. It'll make things just a tad bit more interesting if you were to throw a game like this into the ring. But yes, boys and girls, these are 5 more games that deserve a sequel or remake.